Hey guys, how we doing? Everybody having a good mood? Good food? Yeah? Well, I'll fix that. I'm here to bum you out. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I do have to put in a word about Moby Dick, because if you didn't make it, oh, I'm sorry that you didn't. I'm sorry you didn't. We missed you, you know, but you missed it. And it was fabulous. A lot of your, you know, here's Patch was our lookout. Vince Collins was in the show, and Jeff Travers, who works out of here. Yeah, all there, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful stuff.
Well, whatever.
So tonight, I just wanted to tell you a story. Inside many of us is a small old man who wants to get out. No bigger than a 2-year-old, whom you'd call lamb chop, yet this one is old and malformed. His head is okay, but the rest of him wasn't sanforized. He's a monster of despair. He is all decay. He speaks up as tiny as an earphone, with Truman's asexual voice. I am a dwarf. I am the enemy within. No, I am not the law of your mind, the grandfather of watchfulness. I am the law of your members, the kindred of blackness and impulse. See, your hand shakes. It's not palsy or booze. It is your doppelganger trying to get out. Beware. Beware. There once was a miller with a daughter as lovely as a grape. He told the king that she can spin gold out of common straw. The king summoned the girl, locked her in a huge room full of straw, and told her to spin it into gold or she would die like a criminal. Poor grape, with no one to pick, luscious and round and sleek. Poor thing, to die and never see Brooklyn. She wept, of course, huge aquamarine tears. The door opened and in popped the dwarf. He was as ugly as a wart. Little thing, she cried, what are you? In his tiny no-sex voice he replied, I am a dwarf. I'm 18 inches high. I'm no bigger than a partridge, and no child will ever call me Papa. I have no private life. If I'm in my cups, the whole town knows by breakfast, and no child will ever call me Papa. Stop this Papa foolishness, she cried. Can you perhaps spin gold out of common straw? Oh, yes, indeed, he said. That I can do. So he spun the straw into gold. She gave him her necklace as a small reward. When the king saw what she had done, he put her in an even bigger room full of straw and threatened death once more. Again she cried, again the dwarf came, again he spun the straw into gold. This time she gave him her ring as a small reward. The king put her in an even bigger room full of straw, only this time he promised to marry her if she succeeded. Again she cried, again the dwarf came, but she had nothing left to give him. Without a reward, the dwarf would not spin. He was on the scent of something bigger. He was a regular bird dog. Give me your firstborn, and I will spin. Piffle, she thought. This is a silly little man. So she agreed. So he did the trick. Gold as good as Fort Knox. The king married the girl, and within a year a son was born. He was like most new babies, as ugly as an artichoke. But the queen thought him a pearl. She gave him her dumb lactation, delicate, trembling, hidden, warm, etc., etc. Then the dwarf appeared to claim his prize. Indeed, cried the little man, I have become a papa. The queen offered him all the kingdom, but he wanted only this, a living thing to call his own. Being mortal, who can blame him? The queen cried 2 pails of seawater. She was as persistent as a Jehovah's Witness. And the dwarf took pity. I will give you 3 days to guess my name. If you cannot do it, I will collect your child. The queen sent messengers throughout the land to find names of the most unusual sort. The next day, when the dwarf appeared, she asked, Melchior? Balthazar? No. Each time it was, no, 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 that's not my name. The next day she asked, Spindleshanks? Spiderlegs? No, 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 that's not my name. On the 3rd day, the messenger came back with a strange story. As I was coming around the corner of the wood, where the fox says goodnight to the hare, I saw a funny little cottage with a little fire in front of it, and around that fire a ridiculous little man was leaping on one leg, singing, Today I bake, tomorrow I brew, the next day the queen's only child will be mine, not even the census taker knows that Rumplestilskin is my name. The queen was delighted. She had the name. Her breath blew bubbles. The next day, when the dwarf appeared, she asked, Is your name, by any chance, Rumplestilskin? The devil told you that, he cried. He stamped his right foot into the ground and sank it up to his waist. Then he tore himself in 2, somewhat like a split broiler, and laid the 2 sides down on the ground, one part soft as a woman, the other a barbed hook, one part papa, and one part doppelganger. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Next.